letters written by two brothers from Chatham County who served in Company I, 6th North Carolina State Troops. The first letter is written by James Sidney Beavers, who went by Sid, to his brother-in-law, Isham Upchurch.
Camp Alamance, July 2nd, 1861. Dear brother, I take this privilege of writing you a few lines to let you know that I am well and hoping when these few lines come to hand they may find you and your sister and all the rest well. I should like very much to see you all and to talk with you, but I don't know when I shall get the chance, for we are not allowed to go to the shops without a permit, and we are not allowed to miss a drill without a sickness permit. We are under tight rules. You don't know how tight they are. I wish I could see you, and then I could tell you that when I thought of camp life, it is very tight rules and confining. We have got our guns. We have returned our muskets and got rifle muskets. They look much better, but I haven't tried them. We haven't got any clothes since we've been up here. Some of us have got shoes. We haven't got but $15 a piece since we volunteered. Tom as well, except for where his arm was vaccinated. I've been vaccinated twice now, and my arm is very sore. We have meat and bread and coffee and sometimes molasses and sometimes other things when we pay for them ourselves. There are several here today from Cedar Fort, Mr. Luter, Mr. Lawrence, and several more. Some of the men went down yesterday. There is right smart sickness in this here camp. We are crowded in our tent. There are 6 of us and our guns and bedding and clothing satchels and all. I so wish you were up here, you and Pappy or John. It looks like some of you might come to see us. We would be glad to see you. I wish I could see the girls about home. If I could come to old Chatham, I would hug them as hard as I ever did. For when I was down there before, I hugged them and they hugged so good I want to hug them again. If you can come, bring some $1 bills or some silver or both. For small money is scarce up here. We ain't get money changed up here without giving 15-20%. Our company is the skirmish company and we practice a great deal. It takes the rising up of 50 men to stand guard every day, which takes 6 from our company every day. Tell father and mother that we are well, except our arms are sort of stiff and sore. Write to me as soon as you get this. Tell our folks to write me. I will close by saying, excuse my bad writing and spelling. If we meet no more on earth, I hope to meet in heaven, where parting will be no more. Farewell for this time. Yours truly until death, James S. Sid Beavers. P.S. When you see, remember me, though many miles apart we may be.
The next letter is from Sid's younger brother, George Thomas Beavers, writing home again to Isham.
Camp Fisher, December 26, 1861. Dear brother, I once more take the present opportunity of writing you to let you know that I am well at present, but Sid is very sick. I think he is improving a little, but slow. He's been sick about a week and out of his head all the time. I received a letter from you yesterday, which gave me much pleasure to hear you was all well. I wrote a letter to father last week about Sid being sick. I sent him word to come, not him particular, but someone from home. I sent the letter by Mr. Jenkins, who started from here a few days back. I'm anxious to hear from home. I would like to have been there to took Christmas with you all. We had a lively time here yesterday. We had about 20 fights among the men, but nobody was hurt bad. I hear cannons firing very heavy, but they're a long ways off. I'll tell you what I want. A box of potatoes and have a division in it with some cakes and whiskey if there be some. I want some whiskey, for Sid had to drink it regular. I hate to finish on whiskey. The health of the company is generally well, with few exceptions. I'm in hopes of coming home sometime, but don't know when. Maybe a long time. Please write to me as soon as you get this, for I want to hear from you all very bad. Tell all howdy for me. You must excuse my bad writing and spelling, for I'm so cold I can't hardly sit still. Remaining your true brother, George T. Tom Beavers.
In the time period following the last letter, Sid's condition worsened. Sid was moved to the camp hospital tent, where he eventually succumbed to typhoid fever. This letter is from Tom to his father, George, writing to console the family following Sid's untimely death.
Camp Fisher, January 19th, 1862. Dear Father, I seat myself this evening to let you know that I saw your kind letter yesterday, which gives me great satisfaction to hear that you were all well. We're mostly well here. There's 2 or 3 sick, but not dangerous, I think. Some of the boys has the mumps. I should like to see you all this time, but I can't come yet, because I hope I shall be able to come home one more time before I die. I was sorry to give Sid up, but he is better off than when he was down in this troublesome world. I have a strong hope for him. You said for me to let you know if he said anything about dying. He never said nothing at all about it. I think he was willing to go. He was waited on as good as could be expected, considering the chances. We sat up every night with him, which is about 15 or 16 days and nights. Hope you and Mother won't grieve no more than you can help. Some of the boys want to write some, so I won't write much at this time. Please write to me as soon as you get this. Yours as ever, G.T. Tom Beavers.
The battles of Fredericksburg and Chancellorsville have been fought, and the Army of Northern Virginia prepares to invade the North again. Brother-in-law Isham has been drafted into the service on March 18, 1863, serving in Company G of the 16th North Carolina. Tom is now writing his sister Frances for the first time since her husband Isham's departure. Also, we learn that Tom's sweetheart, Miss Mildred Yates, is engaged to be married.
Camp Gregg, June 2nd, 1863. Dear sister, I for the first time since Isham was drafted seek myself to drop you a few lines to let you know that I am well and hope this letter may find you and the family in the same state of health. I ain't heard from Isham some time. I don't know how he is. In fact, I ain't heard from him hardly since the fight at Chancellorsville. I heard from him a few days after the fight. He came through safe, which was glad to hear, and I mean it was a hard fight. The regiment's generally well. There's no sickness in camp worth talking about. You can say there's a better time coming, but I can't tell how far off. Neither how will I live to see it. But with the will of God, I hope I shall be spared to see that time. Sister, I want you to write and let me know who is making a claim for you, if any person, and all about it. I hope you'll have faith and not give up hope. Don't be troubled of mind, for there are many, and I know some of them myself, but I can only hope again for a peaceful life. I wish I was there to go to Mount Pisgah Church, see all of my friends gather. Here D.W. Dowd pretends to have a discharge, and I'm thinking it would do me good. Give all the children my love, also the neighbors. I heard that Miss Mildred Yates was going to get married. I hope that ain't so, for I don't think anybody ought to marry till peace is made. I must close for the present. Please write soon. Affectionately yours, George T. Tom Beavers.
This would be the last letter from Tom Beavers. He was injured on July 3, 1863 in the fighting around Gettysburg. George and Mary Beavers, like so many families, were deeply affected by the war between the states. They sent 3 of their 5 sons and a son-in-law off to fight for Southern independence. Disease and sickness was as much of a threat to their lives as was the enemy's bullets. Private James Sidney Beavers died of typhoid fever at Camp Fisher, Virginia on January 3, 1862. Private George Thomas Beavers was promoted to corporal and severely wounded at Gettysburg, Pennsylvania on July 3, 1863, returning home February 10, 1865 as an invalid. The youngest, Private Charles Edward Beavers, and their son-in-law, Private Ishams Sims Upchurch, both were captured, confined in prison, and released after taking the oath of allegiance. They returned home to Chatham County and lived out productive lives.